Well, today's all about hanging some trail cameras. I have 4 of them that I want to put out. I'm a little late, but last year I had them out way before this. Had some great pictures. So the area I'm going to now for this first camera, there's a swamp back here. During turkey season, I found a new way to cross this creek. It's a pretty big creek, pretty deep, and it's pretty wide. It's too wide to get across unless you find a down tree or something like that. And I came across a really heavy deer sign. And I know one big buck was taken out of there last year. My big buck was taken on the other side of the swamp, but the same area. All right, well, I just found my first deer bed over here. The bridge I just crossed is probably 50 or 80 yards back, and the swamp is probably ahead of me another 100 yards. And there's a bunch of white oaks and still several heavy deer trails through here. So here, this is all matted down right here. So there's 2 beds and a lot of oaks. This is kind of a funnel area. I may set the camera up here. We have the creek running on this side. We have a change in diversity right up here in front of me, and it's coming down from the swamp into a pinch point. There's plenty of trees in here that I could get up in a saddle. Alright, I just found a really heavy trail, and it goes right down here to the creek, and it forks right here, and it comes right through here. They're crossing and going up that way. They're crossing and going up this way. And they're crossing and going up this way. There's 3 different trails that they're crossing right here. So I think what I might do is put my camera on this tree right here. I've got a pinch point. I've got diversity. I've got deer beds. I've got white oaks. And I can almost guarantee I have low hunting pressure back here. This is a pretty hard to get to area. So anyway, I'm gonna get this camera hung. I'm pretty excited about this camera. It's a part of this public I've never hunted, so except for during turkey season. I came through here once, so we'll see at the truck and we'll get the next one out. If you guys watched my 2019 hunting videos, you remember the water hole. I had a lot of deer encounters there. I had some buck encounters there. Pretty decent 7-point. I hope he's made it through the year and he's bigger this year. And last year I actually took a shot at him and my bowstring hit my bridge and it deflected the arrow down underneath him. I'm glad I missed him after taking that shot. Well, I'm in this tall grass. The lake is straight in front of me. I just jumped a deer right here. Literally, it was 10 feet from me, laying in this grass. Its bed is right over here. I'm gonna go over and look at it. There's deer hair. I'm standing in a bed right now, and there's another bed right here to my right that I just walked through. I can almost guarantee you this is a buck bed. This bed right here is big. And this bed right here is big. Yeah, there's deer hair all in this bed right here. Well, this was the area. This was close to the area I wanted to be in. I just wanted to be a little bit further in. The lake is right here to my right. I don't know if you can tell, this goes down a huge ravine right here. There's a little rise right here, and that swamp is to my left. I found the person's trail who hung that trail camera. They had to walk from the parking lot all the way to the very end of this piece to the lake, and then they cut a trail through here, and I'm on that trail. This was the area I wanted to get in. There's tons of deer trails down here. I found some old rubs, but obviously somebody else has the same idea as I do. I'll tell you what, I give that hunter credit because it's no small task to get back here. It's a lot of work. All right, I'm heading into my third camera location, so we'll see what happens. Just came out into this little grassy field out of this woods, and a deer just ran off. I jumped another one back in the woods. They both went that way. So last year there was a scrape under that little tree right here. There was a scrape under that evergreen, and then there was a big scrape right down here, which is right where I shot my buck. He just left that scrape. All right, well, I just found 3 deer beds. There's a deer bed right here. There's one where I'm standing. There's one right here. There's a good deer trail going through here. I just jumped 2 deer. There's 3 deer beds right here, and I know there was a lot of good buck sign here last year. Decided to keep going further back and check this area out. I saw a ton of deer sign back here last year. And I just jumped 5 or 6 deer. They were in this tall grass right down here. Really good deer trail coming through here. The swamp is literally right there 20 yards away. And it's a real thick swamp. I walked through it last year. I was in there for over an hour trying to get through it. I might set up on one of these trees right here and just catch this bedding area and just see if I catch any young bucks and catch their growth over the next 8 to 10 weeks. So I'll find a tree and get this thing set up. There's way too many beds in here to pass this up. This is definitely a real hot bedding area. I can see beds all over. There's probably 20 different beds in here. It's crazy. And like I said, I saw 5 deer, but I don't know how many more took off that I didn't see. So I'm just gonna set the camera up right on one of these trees in here overlooking this bed.